Hey there, beautiful people. This is Mentor Shelley, wanting to make sure that you become a better version of yourself professionally, guys. You know how it is. Life has been life, but whenever I can come on here directly to interact with you guys, to talk about what is going on in these layoff streets, I do my best to try to come on and do that. As you're coming in, drop a like, say hello if you know anybody that is going through that, or if you are going through layoffs yourself. I want to talk to you about exercising some options. All right, guys. So before we dive in, let me just get started officially. All right. Stay tuned. Mentoring you to become a better version of yourself. Oh. Mentoring you to become a better version of yourself. Oh. All right, guys. That is the new intro I'm trying out. We'll see how it works. I like it so far. Of course, we all have to embrace the technology. So that is what I am doing. All right, guys, let's jump right into this. I want to talk about for anyone that is dealing and or experiencing layoffs right now. I do not want I want you to know and I want you to understand, guys. I know this is serious. I've been through it before, and the way our economy is slicing and dicing up, it's not as easy as people may assume or think to get back out there. The regular job market there is stiff competition. When I say brutal competition, I mean tout brutal competition. So I want you to understand that out here thinking it's all you know peaches and cream and gravy right now. That's why I am here to bring in the extra help. All right, guys, let's dive right into this. Okay, one paycheck is too risky. It's too risky for those that have a job, much less for those that are going through layoff stress right now. So I totally understand. And I want to make sure I level with you. I'm jumping right in. I'm not going through no fluff. I want you to get to the meat of the matter. Getting laid off is stressful enough. Watching your savings go down, if you had savings, disappear every week, that's a whole nother level of panic. Nobody wants to go through that, including me. All right. And of course, as you're coming in, say hello, drop a like, and participate in the conversation. If you guys have questions, if you guys have concerns, if you're going through things, if you're dealing with some of those things right now, make sure you're participating in the live with me tonight. Okay. I promise I won't bite. I promise. If you've recently been laid off, I need you to understand something important. Your next job should not be your only financial plan. Even when you had a job, it shouldn't be your only financial plan. No get rich quick schemes is not going to help the situation. We have to go with concrete methods, folks. Who am I? Why you should listen to me? If this is your first time on this channel, I want you to understand that I've spent 20 years working in human resources in many facets, because human resources is a broad term for that particular field or industry. I've been on the side of helping interview people, been on the side of, unfortunately, on the tail end of terminating people. Not that I go out with my way to terminate anybody. A lot of the times, people do things to unfortunately terminate themselves. I've been in a good most facets of HR in my 20 plus years. And part of the reason I want to lend that experience to you in my overcoming layoff workshop to help professionals, rebuild their careers after job loss, but not only in just one way. We're going to talk about several ways tonight, but we'll talk about that a little bit more. As you are coming in, guys, drop a like, say hello. I promise I won't bite. I promise. But one of the biggest mistakes, and I've made this too, one of the biggest mistakes after layoff is that most people spend 100% of their time and energy applying for jobs, role, creating alternative income. Job search could take months, guys, because I'm still in a role in HR, and there's positions that we've interviewed for. We've interviewed for those positions for months at a time. and interviewed different candidates. It's not that the candidates weren't qualified. It's just that there's the decision makers may have some changes that they want to make. And based on some of those changes, that may delay. There may be things going on within that organization that you're interviewing with. The bills don't stop because they're taking their time to make a decision. Let's be clear. Savings are running out faster than expected. One paycheck is no longer enough. So we're going to talk about ways to get in, to get into gear. Hello. Hello there. 08 Mexicano. Just want to say hello and welcome to the live. Here is one way we can at least get some money in your pocket right away. What are some of the things you can do for people right now, for business owners, for people that are doing projects right now? Can you freelance some of your existing skills? Are any of these skills that I have on here, administrative support, customer service, project management, bookkeeping? If you don't have that skill, can you learn that skill within a matter of weeks versus or days? There's a lot of online resources, including AI, that you can learn. What skills do you already have? You may want to learn some, you may want to brush up on some, but do you have skills that you can provide to people that are in need of those services for a fee? Freelancing your skills is one of the ways you can bring money in the door. You do not want to take that for granted. You do not want to, say, well, I don't know what to do. Somebody might need a bookkeeper. Okay. Can you learn how to do bookkeeping in a matter of weeks? Yes, you can. Can you learn how to use a bookkeeping system in a matter of weeks? As a matter of fact, there's a couple of them that will actually allow you to get. I don't know if they still have that program available. I've talked to, or I've listened to a lot of other YouTubers talk about learning how to get that skill for free or for minimal dollars. You can learn that skill and be able to do it for other people. Okay, for a fee. Charge. I'm not sure how much bookkeepers charge these days, depending on how much information they have to process and things of that nature. At the end of the day, you want to make sure, guys, that you are using the skills you already have. Bookkeeping, project management, HR support. HR support is nothing more than very strong admin support, guys. Make sure you have what you need. And if you have skills, start using freelancing sites. When I say freelancing, I mean sites like Upwork, Fiverr, LinkedIn. We use LinkedIn just to find jobs. We might want to start, like reframing our LinkedIn to start offering those type of services to people. Stop waiting for somebody to hire you to make some money, guys. We got to figure out some things. If you need to restructure your LinkedIn so it shows like a freelancer, say, I can offer these to, you can say, I offer these for whatever fee it is. Have conversations, start DMing people. Let's start taking a front seat into our economic lives, not a back seat. Okay. We want to make sure that you are able to make some money while you are going on interviews. Of course, there's the Uber, the Lyft, the DoorDash. There's all kinds of things that you can also do. But I want to also explore some other things. Freelancing is one of the ways. And here are some of the platforms that you can start on. Consulting or coaching. Do you have, in my case, HR consulting experience? Absolutely. Do you know how to write a resume that people will actually pay attention to? Do you have writing skills like that? You can use that. Are you a career coach? Can you? Well, I am a career coach myself. Business consulting. Business consulting can cover a broad spectrum of things. What can you help a business do? Right? Can you provide virtual assistant services? Can you provide them with online business management services? Do you have specific industry experience? Look at your experience. Take a decent look at your resume, folks. Make sure, let me come a little bit closer so y'all can see me. Take a good look at that resume you have. What skills can you offer to people that will pay you. Okay? That's legal. That you've been doing for organizations for a salary for a while. You may be able to offer those services on a part-time basis or on an hourly basis, to businesses. It depends on what it is you have to offer. I want to make sure that you are using all of your resources, not just a little bit, but use all your resources. Let's see. All right, let's see here. Now, business consulting. What industry specific expertise can you consult on? If you were working for, I'm just throwing this out there. If you're working for a place like, let's say you were doing lawn care services for a company, can you offer those services on your own for a fee while you're waiting for another job? Sure. May turn into a full-blown consulting business. Can you consult on speaking with people that are looking to revitalize their backyard? You can provide you can do this. What are you looking to do? Are you trying to create an oasis in your backyard? Are you trying to create a playground for the children? If you have those skills, use them to your advantage. Offer them as consulting services, guys. Create a service, create an offer, create a landing page. You can do all of that for free with AI in a matter of hours. Not even. And you can do it for free in Canva. You can get a free landing/web page on Canva, folks. The it's here for you to use. Okay, I want you guys to use this. These are some of the things that I'm actually going to put a specific webinar together for this section. I'm going to be putting an extended version of this particular live in my Overcoming Layoff workshop, so we can delve a little bit deeper on how you can truly develop these additional income streams. Another way, remote part-time work. As I touched on virtual assistants, that's one of the ways you can offer virtual assistant services. Can you manage somebody's calendar? Can you manage their travel plans? Can you manage their emails, their customer service for them? Are you an appointment setter? Do you know how to sell? Can you sell on that phone? If you can sell, you can become an appointment setter for companies that are selling courses, they sell just about everything. Okay. Appointment setter. Can you provide customer support? Can you provide chat support? Can you provide data entry? Can you manage you can be an online monitor for very lucrative groups on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on a lot of these social media, on these social media platforms. TikTok has groups. LinkedIn has groups. Facebook has groups. Now, there's an app, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see here. The app, I want to make sure I get the right name for the app. Hold on. Mighty. Mighty is a place where a lot of once people has had a big enough following and they want to take it, you can open a Mighty account and have, or spaces with Wix, where people can communicate amongst each other, and they're in a group in different settings. You can be an online moderator for groups like that. Where to apply for jobs like where to apply for part-time work like that. You can strike on your own, or you can go on Flex Jobs to find those. Race Rebellions, LinkedIn, Indeed. Part-time income can help you to stretch your savings dramatically, help to stop a gap. And if the part-time income is, if it's solid enough, you can definitely continue with it depending on how much is coming in. Can you create a digital product? If you have been on the internet for any amount of time, especially in the last 5 to 10 years, we work with templates all the time. If you've been on Canva's full of templates. You can put templates together on places like Canva. You can create checklists that is important to a particular field. You can create guides, mini courses. The Overcoming Layoff Workshop is not a mini course, it's a full-blown course, but that's a digital product that I also offer. Um, Workshops, in my case, it would be a workshop. I would consider mine a workshop more so than a mini class. Ebooks, I actually have an ebook. It's called From Clueless Teenager to Consummate Professional: 7 Steps to helping your teenagers get to the career and economic life that they want. That lays out step by step for those teenagers, what teenagers and young adults, on how to get themselves set up economically. Those are just several examples. You can create something once, you can place it in places like Amazon and and TikTok. People are selling books on TikTok like crazy I've seen in the last few months. You create it once and you sell it repeatedly. You can sell resume templates. I have resume templates. I give some of mine away for free. The really good ones, of course, is going to be the Overcoming Layoff Workshop. The one, not that the ones that I give away for free are not good. The ones that I have in the Overcoming Layoff Workshop are comprehensive to specific industries. Interview guides. I actually have an audio series for interviews. Budget planners, career roadmaps. The internet allows regular people to package knowledge into income, but a lot of that stuff, unfortunately, you can find if you know how to search a little bit better. Just so you're aware, so a lot of the digital media, so to speak, that has the digital products that are out there, a lot of them are repeatable, but a lot of them are not. If you find value in getting that information, or if you find value in that, then you can create one and sell it yourself. You can sell it on several platforms. So that's another way of bringing money in the home, or while you are, interviewing for jobs and things of that nature. You can start a small business service, right? You can start a service-based business. We mentioned virtual assistants before. Notary services. I am a notary. I need to update my update my certificate. But notary services, depending on where you use it and in what sector you use it, can be very lucrative with the right connections. How do I know? Some of my notary appointments have been as high as $100, $120, $130 an appointment. Some of them have been as low as $50 an appointment. However, what am I actually doing when I'm a notary? Stamping and signing. Easiest $100 I've made in a long time. So what I'll say to you is this: look into providing a service space. Look into this. This is also an option. Starting a small service-based business. What kind of service can you provide? We talked about bookkeeping before. We talked about event support. Maybe the people putting on the event may need help with setting up or pulling down. Okay, resume writing as a selective single service. That's also a service I provide on my consultation page at mentorshelley.com/consultation, separate from the Overcoming Layoff Workshop. But just so you're aware, you can have that as a specific service. There's even certifications that they offer for resume writing. Career services, fractional executive services. This is part of where you use your skills and your experience, 10 plus years, fractional executives, if you're in leadership roles, you can offer that and package that as a service, provide that to businesses that are looking for your type of services based on the experience you have. Start with one client. You don't need 100. If you have the right clients and you're priced right, then you can have several clients and make even more than what you were making on your job. Ask yourself, because this is where the service space, how you're going to serve, is going to start. What problem can I solve this week with the skills, the knowledge base, and the experience that you have? The ultimate goal here, folks, at the end of the day, the ultimate goal here isn't just replacing your paycheck. The goal is to make sure that one employer never has complete control over your financial future again. Layoffs can definitely destabilize anybody because it has in the past for me. And if your income completely stops when one company lets you go, that's a vulnerability, not a financial strategy. And you want to make sure that you put yourself in a much better position. These are things. Hello, Alvaro. How you doing? Welcome to the live. I want to make sure that you have what you need as far as resources are concerned. And of course, I do have a resource available. You can go to mentorshelley.com/layoff. Inside, you'll learn what to do in the first 48 hours after layoff. I have that in my actual free resource on my page, what to do in the first 48 to 72 hours. So you have an action plan already. Do your everyday best not to function off of pure adrenaline and panic. You want to make sure you have a plan because sometimes when you do things in panic mode, you make the wrong decisions. You will learn in that overcoming layoff workshop the first, what to do in the first 48 hours, how to truly rebuild your resume for where you're going, not for where you were. How to avoid panic applying. I've done several videos on that, but I'll be talking about that more. How to generate income while searching. These are some of the options that we just went over some of those. And strategically, how to land your next opportunity. So I will have interview coaching involved in there. I will also have salary negotiation coaching included in the overcoming layoff workshop. There's detailed resume. There's detailed resume strategy included in that. How to board the resume, not only to speak to the ATS system and to get past that to a human, but also to be able to communicate your true value, not just to these organizations, but with people that may decide to truly engage with you. Because, of course, guys, applying for jobs online is not the only way. You want to also use that resume to communicate with with friends or with associates that once you're doing networking, that's also a way to obtain jobs as well. All right, guys, I want you to make sure, right, that you are doing what is necessary to not only look for opportunities in the job market, but also create opportunities for yourself while you are looking for the better opportunity. Or if you want to take these opportunities and start a service-based business or do freelancing full-time, even better. That way you can make the decision as to what it is that you need to do. And of course, guys, if you have additional questions, you can always go to mentorshelley.com/contact, where you can leave me a voicemail or an email message. I'm more than happy to return your voicemail and or email within 24 hours. And make a comment while you're here. Go ahead and answer the poll questions. And of course, guys, I understand. I've been in your shoes when it comes to layoff. And I do want you to have what you need, not only to find your next opportunity, but to create your next opportunity. Of course, guys, always make sure that I'm always here to help. But I also want to make sure that you have all of what you need to be better in this economy, because this economy is a doozy. And I want you to have all your tools so you can do your best to become a better version of yourself professionally. All right, guys, take care. You have a good one. Bye.